this is Goddess Renix here for room reading. Oh shoot. Okay, so I know this room reading right here, because I'm still studying. I did yesterday. Well, I just blew that out. I did yesterday, just to like brush up on the meanings. And, so I was reading books and stuff. And hold on, gotta get this going. This is new. Takes a while for it to start going. Oh, it's going good too. Okay, Archangel Michael, I ask that you protect me when I channel the message. Ancestors, help the message clear. Help messages come through. Oh. Okay, so I had Ansuz in reverse. That is the rune of the divine. So some type of miscommunication. I have Othala. Why do I keep saying Othala? Dang. I have Othala in reverse. That is the rune of authority. So there's some type of family authority figure or spiritual authority figure within the family, or that is leading something. With Algiz in the upright, Algiz is self-interest. So I feel like we're talking about the self-interest of an authority, a spiritual authority figure, or somebody who doesn't have spiritual authority. There you go. Thank you, Spirit. So I just want to keep burning this. Okay. So it's a spiritual authority figure. We're talking about the self-interest of a spiritual authority figure, or who wants this person. It's a spiritual authority figure, but it's a distorted spiritual authority. So it's somebody who does not really have spiritual authority, but they come off as that they have spiritual authority. So we're looking at the self-interest of this person. So with Ansuz, we have Libra. So we either have a Libra, or we have the person that takes on the role of Libra, the counselor. 333 I just saw. And with Mercury that talks about communication. So somebody could have reached out to a spiritual authority, somebody that they thought had spiritual authority. And then we have Venus, which is of love life, relationships. So this spiritual authority figure or this spiritual person could be a counselor or an advisor to somebody. And this is somebody that somebody really cares about and loves, and often communicates and often talks to with Mercury. But Mercury rules over Gemini and Virgo, and Virgo is the organizer in the group. So somebody could have organized something together with the spiritual advisor. The Gemini communicator. The role of Gemini is the communicator. And that, so again, it's like a lot of communication going on between this spiritual advisor and this person, this Libra. Or this person who has somebody who took some self-interest into spiritual authority. It's somebody who thought was a spiritual authority. With Isa clarifies Ansuz in the reverse. Isa is the rune of danger. It also is the rune of doom, or it's associated with doom. So it's like somebody not preparing for the backlash, or there's somebody has not prepared for what is coming toward them. And whatever is coming toward them is going to put them in a state of stagnation. You know, when we had the moon energy, that's Cancer, that could be, let me get my notes. I believe that the moon is Cancer. The moon rules over Cancer. And that's emotions. That's intuition. Somebody could have misused their intuition. Because their self-interest was based on, because Jupiter is about optimism, expansion. So somebody was thinking about expanding something. Maybe even expanding their intuition through this self-interest, this act of self-interest that they went through in seeking a false authority figure. And this person right here with Rido, Merkstaff, that means that this person is at a standstill. This woman right here, and I'm glad I got to this point. This person right here, she's married to Loki, and Loki is the trickster god. And he had betrayed the gods. He one of the gods ended up unalived because of his treachery, because of what he did. So then the gods had punished him to sit under a poisonous snake, dripping venom on his head and burning his head. And she, because she's married to Loki, she took the oath, the marriage oath as his wife, right? To stand by his side. So she stands there, she catches the poison in the bowl, and then once it's full, she throws it out. So it's the action, the self-interest that this person seeked when seeking this family member, this authority figure, this spiritual authority figure, this false spiritual authority figure, has gotten them into a position where they're not moving toward their path. They're not moving to their goal. You know, somebody else is having to sacrifice themselves because of what their partner did. They sacrifice their purpose. They sacrifice their path. Ansuz in reverse speaks of Loki too, which is lies and deception. You know, telling lies and getting people to believe it. So the miscommunication, the lies, the deceit has gotten people into danger, spiritually danger, with Ansuz. And even Rido, because Rido can be a spiritual quest, a spiritual, it could, I want to say spiritual lesson, but I'm not quite sure. But it could be spiritual too, a spiritual journey. So I guess with 9/11, you know, this is somebody's spiritual journey that they have to take in sacrificing themselves for somebody else. It's put you at a standstill. It puts you in a line of danger. Rido has Sagittarius. We could be talking about a Sagittarius, or we could be talking about somebody who is a visionary. And with Mercury. So there's a lot of communication. The visionary could communicate a lot. So it could be a lyricist or a rapper or a singer, somebody who talks a lot. With Rido, with the air element in Rido, it's like somebody who's very intellect, very smart, very knowledgeable. Issa's water and ice, and Ansuz is air. So we have a lot of air here. So then what's clarifying Othala is Algiz, and Algiz is the rune of disruption. It's like a tower. This family member, this fake spiritual authority figure is going through a tower right now. It's going through disruptions. This could be a person who's living in a chaotic environment, or somebody who is chaotic in their behavior. Algiz is Aquarius. We could be talking about an Aquarius, or we could be talking about somebody who is very creative. With Saturn right there, that talks about karmic patterns and karmic relationships, 1111. So you could have a karmic relationship with an Aquarius, or you could have a karmic relationship with somebody who's very, very creative. And I'm probably talking about multiple people in this reading, because this family member is very creative. Could be an Aquarius too. I mean, so that could be two different people. You could have a karmic pattern with an Aquarius, or somebody who is very creative. You're having a disruption right now. You're having a tower moment right now where okay, so this Algiz talks about something that something is going wrong in somebody's life. It's like something is towering down. Somebody that had built something up is now crumbling and going down. With Wunyo is the rune of happy. Oh, I didn't move that. Happy endings. So this person who is going through a tower right now could be somebody that you could have been in a relationship with, a partnership with, right? Because she's the goddess that permits marriages. And yeah, she permits marriages. Like, she puts people together. So again, like with Othala, see, I keep saying Othala, and it represents, and the thing about Othala, that's poetry, that's Shakespeare. Ansuz has something to do with poetry too. So we could be somebody who likes to write poems, somebody who is good with words. That's the big, I think, we could be talking about a reverend, somebody who's good with words. Reverends and pastors are good with words. They could be in a relationship with somebody, or somebody seeked out this. This person is it seems like this person is trying to push a marriage or a union. Like it was pushed. And now it was, a union is falling. So somebody could be getting a divorce. But I wanted to talk about with Othala is the fact that Othala is about tradition. And that's why I was thinking that it's like what was forced. Like a union that was forced together is crumbling now. It was forced together through tradition, and now it's crumbling. With Algiz down here, which is the rune of self-interest, which I believe somebody is like hiding they're hiding from their troubles, because Elhaz or Algiz is about the Elhaz, um, which talks about um, like boundaries and hiding in, like you would hide in the Elhaz to be safe, right? Because the Elhaz has thorns on it, so it's going to keep the people out, so you can hide in there hide in that plant and it provides protection for you. So somebody is hiding behind something. They're trying to hide, and they got their guard up. This person who could be restricted right now, their emotional needs are not met. They could be really restricted, but now the root of necessity. We could be talking about a Capricorn, or we could be talking about a father figure who now is restricted, a karmic father figure, a karmic pattern, or a karmic so now they're restricted because of this person's self-interest. Algiz is Cancer. So this self-interest was somebody who either is a Cancer or somebody who is a feminine figure, who is supposed to be nurturing and loving and caring. And through the self-interest of this feminine figure, so now we know it's a feminine, false spiritual authority figure. They're restricted right now in their emotional needs are not being met. 1717, so their emotions could be going out of whack. And with Fehu Merksaf, the last room, that is Taurus, which could be either we are talking about a Taurus, or we're talking about somebody who is the role of the Taurus, which is a feminine figure who enjoys the luxuries of life. So this person was looking forward to gaining something monetary, because Fehu is the rune of prosperity and beginnings. Somebody was looking for a beginning, but now they're not looking for a beginning. Their self-interest has cost them money. We're looking at Aries, so we're looking at Mars energy. That's action. That's fiery energy. So it could be an Aries, or it could be a protector. Somebody who's supposed to be a protector now is out of money. 1818 as I look. And then we have Venus again. So this is somebody that could be in a relationship, a partnership with somebody. And the moons, and that's Cancer. So again, another feminine figure, or somebody who is a Cancer. That's a lot of emotions, and so there's a lot of emotions and a lot of back and forth and losing expenses. The financial hardship because of somebody's self-interest. So Fehu is the month of September, represents the month of September. So September is significant with somebody starting to lose money, or somebody had put in a self-interest for somebody to lose money in the month of September 1919. Like they put out, okay, how do you explain? Oh, looking out for themselves. Algiz with self-interest, looking out for themselves. So somebody had probably put out, made it up in their mind to look out for themselves. But because they were looking out for themselves, they had restricted themselves and lost money for themselves. Othala, Othala, Othala. This authority figure, this family authority figure. Their birthday could be in November, or November can be very significant. And I didn't even talk about Othala, did I? That's Saturn energy. With that's more Capricorn energy. So that's more of the father figure. Okay, there's a father figure. There's a spiritual authority, a fake spiritual authority figure that is a father figure. A female went to a spiritual father figure, a false spiritual father figure, because of her own 2112 2121 I just saw, because they went to a father figure, a false spiritual authority figure, because of their own interests, to look out for themselves. So we have a female, a mother figure, going to a spiritual father figure, authority, a false spiritual father figure. Could be, and whatever, it's like they ask for advice on a relationship, or why there's a disruption of a relationship. Oh, I gotta uncover that. Shoot. Excuse me. So we have Leo. With Wunya, we have Leo Sun energy. So we could be talking about a Leo, or we could be talking about somebody who may be a leader, a spiritual leader, or wants the family member of a Leo. We have Mars energy, that is Aries, somebody who could have a wounded childhood, wounded solar plexus. Saturn, karmic behavior, karmic pattern, and relation responsibilities. And we have Venus. So that's love life and relationships. So Saturn is Capricorn. We have Capricorn out here twice. We have Libra and Taurus out here twice. We have Gemini and Virgo out here. So we have a lot of people, a lot of communication between this father figure, the spiritual father figure, and this mother figure over her looking out for herself and her self-interest. Maybe she's trying to get out of something. She's trying to hide. This person is trying to hide something. She could be trying to hide that she is restricted now, and she is restricted now in her emotional needs. So her emotional needs are not met. So that could be meaning too that this person, her or their emotions are out of whack, and they're losing money or have lost money. But it's only So this Ansuz, this Libra, we're talking about different people now. So we having somebody that a female figure went to a false spiritual authority figure because of their own interests. So they could have went on their own based on their own self-interest. So there's a goal that this person wanted. This Libra, because this Libra is now in stagnation because of what their partner has done. So they're having to sacrifice themselves, this Libra character. So, but somebody seeked out a counselor, a false spiritual counselor, a false spiritual family member who they view as a loving person and as a family figure. They have authority, they give them authority, but they really don't have authority over nothing. And now this relationship with this family figure is falling apart because of trying to push on a traditional, trying to push on a spiritual, a false traditional relationship. So this relationship is falling apart. So I think that's it. I can't think of nothing else. Yeah, this union with Bunyo, this union caused somebody to sacrifice themselves because of what their partner did, and now they are losing money. There's a financial hardship going on with this family because what this person did in this family. Okay, so because of the self-interest of this family figure, I'm going to end that reading. In this reading, I'm a little off right now, but this is Goddess Runic Seer. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I hope that it made sense to you. Please know that I'm only on YouTube. I'm not anywhere else but on YouTube. So all that other stuff, all that other fake stuff that's out there that has my name on it and has my pictures and my name and everything, that's false. I'm only on YouTube. Bye. Love you.